you ready? Are you ready? ready? Are you ready?
Hello everybody, this is Todd Hook bringing you live Aviator Baseball from Vulcan Field in Haysville, Kansas, where the Aviators tonight are going to be taking on the Dodge City A's. The A's come in second in the Jayhawk League. They are 2 games back from Hayes. They are 6-3 in the league. The Aviators are 4 games out of first place with a league record of 4-5. Aviators had a night off last night due to rain. They took the first 2 games from Derby, so they're looking to make it 3 in a row tonight. They have Kevin Torres on the mound tonight, right-hander, finishing up his warm-up tosses. Torres out of Wayland Baptist University. He's from Miami, Florida. Right-hander, 6 foot 175. Features an overhand arm slot. Good slider and sinker, so we'll see how he does tonight. Alright, the A's are going to start it off with Blake Schenkel. He's out of the University of Kansas. Right-hand hitter. Hitting .279. 73 plate appearances, so he's pretty much been a regular. Takes the first pitch in there for a call, strike one. And pitch number 2's in the dirt, counts even 1-1. Weather today looks like about 15-mile-an-hour wind out, blowing out to left field at 90 degrees. And it's a swing and a miss, 1-2 on Schenkel. Schenkel playing left field tonight. Schenkel thought he was taking too much time, so time was called. Steps off, regroups. Here's the pitch. Ball low. Pretty good spot there. I think Torres wanted that one. Torres has a good ability to spot up. So here's the 2-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. He strikes him out for out number 1. Good start for Torres.
Up next for the A's, from Chabot Junior College, number 2, Ian Dawkins.
This brings up Ian Dawkins, catcher for tonight. Out of Chabot Junior College. Swung on and driven up the middle for a base hit. Jumped on the first pitch fastball, and we got a runner on first with 1 out.
For the A's, from USC Aiken, number 32, Ryan Herrera.
This brings up Herrera, 3-hole hitter. And the stretch, and here's the pitch. Swung on through the hole on the right side, and Herrera's going to end up with a base hit. Dawkins to second. So the A's have something cooking. First and second, 1 out here in the top of the first. Runners at first and second. Herrera's in the stretch. Checks the runner. Swung on. Driven to right field. Right fielder's under it. Second guy at second's going to tag. And first. Both runners are going to tag and advance. Little lack of communication out there. This brings up Mouset. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Runners at second and third. Not often you see a guy tag at first on a play like that, but he caught the Aviators off guard. So here's Mouset. Shortstop. Swings at an off-speed pitch. Strike 1. Mouset the shortstop tonight. An even 300 coming into the game. Takes the second pitch outside for a ball. That evens the count, 1-1. Torres still out of the stretch. And the 1-1 swung on, line to the shortstop for out number 3. So the A's threaten, the Aviators get out of it. No runs in the top of the first. We go to the bottom in Haysville. All right, welcome back to Haysville. I'm Todd Hook, bringing you Haysville Aviator baseball. Going to the bottom of the first. Dodge City's going to send Cody Carroll to the mound. Number 11, big right-hander. He's had 13 innings of work this summer and has a 3.5 ERA. Has about a 3/4 arm slot. A little deceptive at times. Jonathan Soberanis is going to lead it off. Hitting .289 coming into the game. And the pitch is taken for strike 1. Quite a bit of pop on the fastball from Carroll. Swung on, driven to the shortstop, who's up with it, over to first in time for out number 1. Soberanos made it interesting. Good hustle down the line. Just got him by a step. This brings up Garbella. Garbella out of Valparaiso University, out of La Jolla, California. Comes in continuing to swing a very hot bat, hitting .419. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Beautiful night for baseball. Nice breeze out of the south. Still have time to come out if you're in the area. And the 1-0. High and inside, 2-0. Carroll, a quick worker. Here's the 2-0. High for ball 3. 3-0 on Garbella. And the wind and the pitch. In there for a call strike, 3-1. And 3-1. Swung on, driven to right field, and it falls in for a base hit. Good piece of hitting for Garbella. Went with it, pitch on the outer half. Didn't try to do anything too much with it. So the Aviators have something going here with one out. This brings up the designated hitter, Hunter Sutherland. Sutherland now Sam Houston State University and is from Poolville, Texas. Steps in from the left side. Garbella gets a lead, nice lead, and the pitch. Low for ball one. Hunter comes into the day hitting .273. Again, Garbella with a good lead, and the pitch. Swung on. First baseman steps on it, goes to second, tags out Garbella for out number 3. So just as quick as we got something going, it was over. So at the end of 1, Dodge City 0, Haysville 0.
Are you ready?
All right, we're back. Going to the top of the second, Dodge City and Haysville Aviators, 0-0.
Starting off the inning for the A's, from North Dakota State, number 23, Mason Perchelski.
Perchelski's going to lead it off out of North Dakota State. Big right-handed hitter. And the wind. High for ball one. Perchelski coming into the day, hitting .350. Only about 42 plate appearances. So it looks like he's been in there about half the time. And that's in there for a strike. Pitch number 3 is in there low for a ball. 2-1. Nobody out here in the top of the second. And the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back. Smoot giving chase, it's out of play.
Reminder that all foul balls are the property of the Haysville Aviators and will return to the possession stand in 4 quarters thanks to the support of Haysville First Baptist Church.
Kevin Torres is also a quick worker on the mound, which benefits everybody. And the 2-1. High and away. Perchelski is playing third base tonight. And a pitch swung on, driven to left center. It's going to be in the gap. Nobody's going to get it. And Perchelski's going to end up with a stand-up double. So just like that, the A's lead off with a double, and they're threatening with nobody out here in the second. This brings up Niall Going, the right fielder out of USC Aiken. Right-handed hitter, big feller. Comes in hitting 200. Swings at the first pitch and misses. Strike one. Runner at second, nobody out. Here in the top of the second. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on, foul straight back. So we got goings 0-2. Nothing too good from Torres at this point. And a pitch. Fastball swung through it for strike three. Very efficient at bat for Torres on that one. So that's one out. This brings up Charlie Padilla, also out of USC Aiken. He's a catcher tonight. Runner at second, one out. And the pitch. High for ball one. Padilla hitting 083 coming into tonight. And a check to second. Ball is deposited into second base. The runner advances to third. It's going to be an unforced error there on the Aviators. Score that one E1. Don't think Perchelski was a big threat to steal. Nonetheless, they tried to pick anyway. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled. Looks like that got a piece of Smoot. Umpire's going to walk around a little bit. Give him time to shake it off. Looks like he's ready to go. 1-1 on Padilla. And the pitch. Swung on, strike two. Strike three, sorry. So that's two strikeouts in the inning for Torres. Seems to be settling in very nicely.
Now batting for the A's from Northern Colorado, number 23, Brett Minnick.
This brings up Brett Minnick. He's out of Northern Colorado. And the pitch. In there for a called strike. Torres has been doing a good job of getting ahead early. Two outs in here in the inning. Runner at third. And the pitch. Taken high for a ball. Minnick comes in today hitting .257. And the 1-1. Swung on, driven to left field. That ball's going to be out of here. Two-run homer for Minnick. And that'll put the A's on top 2-0 with two outs here in the top of the seventh.
Up now for the A's, number 10, Blake Schinkel.
Top of the order now, Blake Schinkel, the left fielder. Struck out in the first. And the pitch. High for ball one. And the pitch swung on and through the hole on the left side for a base hit. So Schinkel's aboard. 2-out base hit here in the second. This brings up Dawkins, catcher tonight. Base hit in the first. Torres needs to find a way to get this last out, get his team off the field, stop the bleeding right here. Schenkel takes a pretty good lead over there, and a check. And he's off of the pitch. Throw to second, throws high into center field. Schenkel is going to move to third base on the error. Schenkel did not get that good of a jump, but Smoot's throw was high, and that allowed him to go to third. So 2 out here in the second. A's have another runner at third base. And the pitch. Swung on. Brings the count to 1-1. 2 outs here in the second. And a 1-1. Swung on, popped up, and looks like the first baseman, Horton, is going to have it for out number 3. So after 1.5, Dodge City 2, Haysville nothing. All right, we're back to Haysville, Kansas. Aviator baseball. Aviators versus Dodge City. We're going to the bottom of the second. Aviators down 2-0. Aviators are going to have 4, 5, and 6 up. Trent Bonney's going to lead it off. Trent playing right field tonight. Enters the game hitting .364. And he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Bonnie, a utility player out of Dallas Baptist, comes from Sugar Land, Texas. And the 1-0. In there for strike 1. Here's your 1-1 to Bonnie. Swung on, foul straight back, 1-2. Here's a 1-2 to Bonnie. Swung on, grounded back to the pitcher, who underhands to the first baseman, Minnick, and that'll be it for out number 1. So Bonnie grounds back to the pitcher for the first out of the inning. This brings up the first baseman, Cameron Horton. Out of the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Takes the first pitch, lines down the left field line, in there for a hit. Big wide turn at first, but he holds there. So it's going to be a 2-out hit for Horton.
Now batting for the Aviators from Virginia Military Institute, number 8, Ryan Smoot.
This brings up number 8, the catcher, Ryan Smoot, out of Virginia Military Academy. He wanted me to give a shout out to his mama back in Virginia. Says he needs money. Not sure what for, but he just said he needed money. So there you have it. And the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back. Smoot undecided whether or not he's going to commission after graduation from VMI. That's a decision he'll have to make his junior year. Horton gets a nice lead at first. And the 0-1. In there for a called strike one at the knees. Smoot's one of those guys that wants to be in there every game. Alright, check of Horton and the pitch. Swung on, hit center field. Center fielder on his horse makes a great grab for out number 2. Ball just almost dropped in there for a base hit.
Now batting for the Aviators from Northwestern State University, number 15, Austin Townsend.
Now hitting Austin Townsend, playing third base tonight, steps in from the left side. Starts the day hitting .216. Horton with a lead, and Townsend takes the first pitch low. Townsend out of Northwestern State. Takes the 1-0 pitch low. 2-0. Townsend comes from Shreveport, Louisiana. And a 2-0. Check of the runner at first. Nothing doing. Horton is a threat to run. And a 2-0. High and in for ball 3. Is this a situation where you turn Townsend loose? We'll see. And a 3-0. Taken for strike one at the knees, I think. Three and one on Townsend. And a pitch. Taken for a call strike two on the inner half. Count's full. 2 down. Horton will be off with the pitch. And they're playing behind him. Swung on. Bat is shattered. Bat and ball end up at second base. Over to first for out number 3. So the Aviators get 1 run on, but nobody unable to get them in. So after 2, Dodge City 2, Haysville 0.
Are you ready?
All right, we're back. We're going to the top of the third here in Haysville, Kansas. Aviators taking on the Dodge City A's.
Starting off the inning for the A's, State University, number 6, Chase Callaway.
All right, this brings up Callaway. Takes the first pitch, driven to center. Kennedy on his horse, can't get there. It's off the wall. And Callaway's going to end up with a stand-up double. So the A's have a runner in scoring position with no out. This brings up Herrera. Herrera, the designated hitter tonight, stands in from the left side. And Herrera, the check of the runner. Ball's in the dirt, blocked well by Smoot, able to keep the runner there. Good job of keeping that ball in front of him. Not the best secondary lead I've ever seen, but I'm not sure he could have made it on that one. And Herrera with a 1-0. Taken for strike one. Here's a 1-1 to Pereira. Check of the runner. And a pitch. Swung on, grounded back to the pitcher. Over to first for out number one. Good job fielding his position by Torres.
Now batting for the A's, number 7, Ben Mouset.
This brings up Mouset. Lined out to the shortstop last time. Steps in from the left side. Check of the runner at second. And the pitch. Taken for a call strike one. Mouseth out of Grand Canyon University. He's a junior. 5'11" shortstop. There's the 0-1. Foul straight back. So Torres has him 0-2. Good chance to help himself right here, make a quality pitch. And check of the runner. Swung on to the shortstop. Throw is wide. And a run will score. That'll be an error on the shortstop.
Now batting for the A's, number 23, Chelsea.
This brings up Perchelski. Doubled last time. Out of North Dakota State, sophomore. 6'2", 190, big feller. One out here in the third. And the pitch. High for ball one. Top of the third here in Haysville. Dodge City up 3-0. Check of the runner. Taken for call strike one. Brings the count even, 1-1. Perchowski hitting .350 on the season. And Torres steps off. Looks like Lambert and Torres are going to discuss some possible communication issues and situations here with the runner on. Certainly want to be on the same page here. We don't want the ball to end up in center field again. And the 1-1. Swung on. Up the middle. Shortstop Jonathan unable to get it. And a run will score. So that error is going to come around to score. And make the score 4-0 Dodge City. So Perchowski was 2 for 2. This brings up Going. Going out of USC Aiken. Hitting 200. And a throw to first, nothing going. Going struck out in the second. Going 6'4", 225. Probably will play linebacker too if he wanted to. And the pitch. Low. Ball 1. And Smoot's going to go out and talk to him. May have crossed him up there. And the conference is over. Smoot retreats. Here's the 1-0. Aviators looking for a ground ball to get out of this thing, stop the bleeding. And the throw to first in time. Perchowski a threat to run. Takes another good lead. And the wind and stretch and swung on for strike 1. Counts even 1-1. One out here in the third. And the throw to first again. He's back easily. Another good lead. The 1-1. Swung on. Popped up. Horton's under it. And makes the catch. Route number 2. Two down here in the third. This brings up the 8-hole hitter, Padilla. Padilla struck out in the second. Steps in from the right side. Check of the runner and the throw to first. Back in time. Torres very worried about the runner at first. And the pitch. Swung on. Driven in the hole between shortstop and third base for a base hit. So Padilla's on with a base hit. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the third.
Now batting for the A's, number 24, Brett Minnick.
This brings up Minnick. He homered last at bat. Minnick came into the day hitting 257. A little better now. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch taken for strike 1. A's are 6-3 in the league. 2 games out of first place behind Hayes. And the 0-1. High for ball one. Counts even. 1-1. Minnick out of Northern Colorado. He's a sophomore. And the 1-1. Outside for ball two. 6'3", 210. Hits from the right side. Torres one pitch away from getting out of this thing. And the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back. 2-2. Torres looking to make a quality pitch here, get his team back in the dugout, stop this bleeding. Runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the third. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up. First baseman Horton will take it, and that'll do it. But not before Dodge City gets 2, so after 2.5, Dodge City 4, Haysville 0. All right, we're back. Haysville, Kansas for Aviator Baseball. Going to the bottom of the third, Aviators will send up Kennedy, Lambert, and Soberanos. Kennedy playing center field tonight. Coming in hitting .310. Kennedy recently signed. And he takes the first pitch and swings, and it goes to left field for a base hit. Good job by Kennedy jumping on that first pitch fastball. The Aviators have something going here, getting the leadoff man on. Here's Lambert. Lambert hits from the left side, playing second base tonight. Lambert hitting .235 at the beginning of the game. And the pitch. Grounded through the hole on the left side for a base hit, so the Aviators have something cooking. First and second, nobody out. Base hits by Kennedy and Lambert. Good job of hitting on Lambert's part there. Hit that pitch right where it was pitched. That's how they draw it up. So now we're going to the top of the order. Runner in scoring position at second base. Here's Soberano. Grounded to the shortstop last time up. Soberanos comes in hitting .289 out of Angelo State University. And the pitch. Taken for a ball strike. Strike on the outer half. Here's the 0-1. First baseman, third baseman creeping in, thinking there might be a bunt on. Ball's in the dirt and goes to the screen, so the runners are going to advance. So Soberano's not going to have to bunt. Be a bad time to try to lay one down for a hit. Let's see how they're going to play him. So now the Aviators have runners at second and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Chance to get a couple of these back right here with one swing. Nobody holding Kennedy. And the pitch. Taken for a ball. High. Brings the count to 2-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And Soberano takes the 2-1 in there for a strike. So the count is even, 2-2. Something to the right side. Looks like the third baseman is up even. And a pitch. Swung on. Ball to the right side. Gets through. Kennedy's going to score. And Lambert's going to score. Right fielder Goings unable to field the ball cleanly, so that's going to allow Lambert to score. So the Aviators are on the board. Good piece of hitting by Soberanos. Going with the pitch to the right side, and it gets through.
For the Aviators, number 4, Giovanni Garbella.
This brings up Garbella, playing left tonight. Hit into a double play last time. Score now 4-2 Dodge City. Bottom of the third. Nobody out. Good lead by Soberanos. First pitch taken by Garbella in there for a call, strike one. .01 on the Valparaiso product. And a pitch outside for ball. So that brings the count to even, 1-1. Will they send Soberano? Always a threat to steal. And a throw over to first. He gets back easily. Dodge City probably well aware of Jonathan's speed. And the 1-1. Low for ball 2. Giovanni hitting .419. Still swinging a very hot bat. Aviators have been plagued by errors tonight, making 3 in the first 3 innings. And Soberano's off with the pitch, and the pitch is fouled. So the count's even now, 2-2 on Garbella. Giovanni out of La Jolla, California. Driven in 10 on the season. And the pitch. Count's full. Question is, will they send Soberano on the pitch? Might be a good way to stay out of the double play right here. Start the runner. Good lead at first. Nope, Ball's low. Appeal to second base umpire. He did not go. So Garbella draws a walk. So Aviators have runners at first and second with nobody out. Carroll struggling a little bit on the mound. Sutherland, the designated hitter, steps in from the left side. Grounded to first base last time was up. And the pitch. Swung on. Strike one. Sutherland hitting .273 on the year. Out of Sam Houston State University. Here's the 0-1. Hit him. So that's going to load him up. Looks like it got him on the left foot.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 2, Trent Bonney.
So this loads him up for Bonney. Playing right field tonight. Be a good time for the Aviators to do some damage. Bonney hitting .364. High batting average, but low RBI total. Dodge City manager's out to the mound to talk about it. There's nobody up in the Dodge City bullpen. These same two teams will be in action tomorrow night at 7 and Sunday night at 7 for the finale. Come on out and watch some good free baseball. Good crowd on hand tonight. Looks like the stands are almost full on the home side anyway. Good attendance for the Aviators. It is Parents' Weekend, so a lot of parents in attendance. And the mound visit's over, so we're going to reset here. Bonney steps in. Good chance to increase that RBI total right here. Steps in from the right side. And the pitch. Taken for strike one. Not a bad idea to make Carroll throw some strikes. And the 0-1. Low for ball one. Counts even now. 1-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Aviators have him loaded up. And the 1-1. Swung on, driven to left field. Center fielder calls him off. Sabarano tags and scores. So Boney does a job.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 7, Cameron Horton.
This brings up Cameron Horton. Runners at first and second. One out here in the bottom of the third. Steps in from the left side. Carroll a check of the runner. And the pitch. In there for a call, strike one on the outside corner. And the 0-1, high for ball one. Counts even. Carroll has a positive ball to strike ratio, 24 strikes, 16 balls, and delivers ball two. 2-1 on Horton. Now hitting .231, has driven in 6 on the season. check of the runner at second base. He's back in there head first. Not in time. Garbella at second base is always a threat to steal. Good speed, easily score on a base hit. Ball is grounded to second base, to first base, to second for one, and that's all they're going to get. So Garbella moves up to third. Sutherland is forced out at second base.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 8, Ryan Smoot.
First and third now with 2 out here in the bottom of the third. This brings up Smoot. Flew out to center field last time. Steps in from the right side, and the pitch. Low for ball 1. First and third, and the pitch. Taken for strike 1. Outer half. Carroll's been doing a pretty good job of hitting his spots at times. And a pitch. Grounded to short, big hop, over to first. In time by an eyelash and gets Smoot. So that's going to do it. But not before the Aviators get 3 runs. So after 3, Dodge City 4, Haysville 3.
Are you ready?
All right, we're back. We're going to go to the 4th here in Haysville. Aviators taking on the Dodge City A's. Haysville has cut the lead to 4-3.
Number 10, Blake Schenkel.
Top of the order for the A's, Blake Schenkel. 1 for 2 today. Strikeout in the first, hit in the second, and the pitch. Ball is lined down the third baseline, foul. Squared that one up pretty well. Jumped on that first pitch fastball. Torres had that one up a little bit. And the 0-1, curveball high. Brings the count to even, 1-1. And the 1-1's taken outside for ball 2. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Dodge City. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Aviators. And the pitch. Taking a strike at the knees. Evens the count, 2-2. And the 2-2. Foul straight back. challenged him with a high fastball. Try to elevate him a little bit, change his eye level a little. Good velocity on that fastball. And a 2-2. Off-speed pitch taken outside for a ball. So that makes it full. And the 3-2. Driven to left field. Garbella's under it. Good jump on that ball. For out number 1. This brings up Dawkins. Playing second base tonight. He is 1 for 2. Steps in from the right-hand side. And the pitch. In there for a called first strike. Little action in the Aviators bullpen. Strike 2. Dennison Hull out of the University of Incarnate Word is getting loose in the Aviator bullpen. And the 0-2 swung on for strike 3. Not the best of at-bats for Dawkins, but we'll take it. So that's 2 outs here in the inning.
Number 6, Chase.
2 down here in the top of the 4th. This brings up Kalabik. Steps in from the left side. Kalabik, 5'11", 175 out of San Diego State. And the pitch. Taken for a strike at the knees. Much better inning for Torres. Getting the first 2 hitters. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. That brings the count to 1-1. Calabit hitting 509 coming in to tonight. And the 1-1. Inside for ball 2. And the 2-1. Okay, that's called third. That's a call for a ball inside. Must have been inside. So the 3-1 on Kalabik. Swung on, driven to left, Garbella on his horse, and that ball's going to be out of here. Opposite field home run for Kalabik. 3-1 pitch. Went with it. Hit it out to left side. It's the second home run given up today by Torres. This brings up Pereira. Pereira's a designated hitter tonight. He's 0 for 2. Flew out and grounded out. And he swings at the first pitch for strike 1. Pereira 6'4", 230 out of USC Aiken. And the pitch is swung on, popped up. Shortstop and third baseman going out. Shortstop calls him off. Jonathan makes the play, and that's the third out of the inning. But the A's get one back. A's score A's 5, Haysville 3. All right, we're back live in Haysville, Kansas for Aviator Baseball. Going to the bottom of the fourth. Dodge City leads 5-3. Carroll out there for his fourth inning of work will face Townsend, Kennedy, and Lambert. Townsend steps in from the left side. Swings at the first pitch, and it eats up the second baseman, so Townsend's going to be on, but with an error. Just laid back a little bit and let that one play him. This brings up Kennedy, who is 1 for 1 and a run scored. So the Aviators have something going, have the leadoff man on here in the fourth. Kennedy a base hit in the third, and the pitch taken for a ball inside. Townsend gets a decent lead over there, and the check, and taken for strike one on the outside half. Kennedy with great plate presence and a good eye. Townsend with the lead. Carroll with the pitch. Swung on, foul, straight back. So the count goes to 1-2 on Kennedy. Still time to come out to the ballpark if you're in the Haysville, Wichita area. Still in the bottom of the fourth. Beautiful night for baseball. So Kennedy down on the count, 1-2. And the pitch. Taken high for ball two, and the count is even. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Might not be a bad time to send Townsend. We'll see if we start the runners. And the pitch. He's off with the pitch. And he gets in under it. Looks like that's going to draw an argument from the Dodge City coaching staff. Looks like the throw did beat him there. Kennedy strikes out on the pitch. So that's one out. Throw did beat him there. That was without a shadow of a doubt. However, I think the tag was not applied in time. So the Aviators have a runner in scoring position here in the fourth. This brings up Lambert, the 9-hole hitter, playing second base tonight. Had a base hit in the third and scored a run. Steps in from the left side. Check of Townsend at second base, and the pitch. Taken for a ball low. One 1-0 on Lambert. Comes into the night hitting .235. That's ball two outside. So Carroll getting behind the 9-hole hitter is something he did not want to do. And time is called. And we'll reset. Carroll with a check of Townsend at second base. And the pitch. Taken for inside. That's ball three. .3-0 on Lambert. Check of Townsend and the pitch. That's in there for a call, strike one. 3-1. And a 3-1 for Lambert. Pitch is taken low for ball 4. Good at bat for Lambert. So the Aviators have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the 4th. This brings up the top of the order, Jonathan Soberanis. Soberanis playing shortstop tonight. Hitting .289 on the season. Has driven in 4. Brief consultation between Carroll and Padilla. Everybody's back where we need to be, and we're going to set up Soberanis here. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Nobody holding Lambert. Not too concerned about Townsend either. Looks like they're going to play behind Lambert. And the pitch is swung on for strike 2, excuse me. 0-2 on Soberanis. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners at first and second. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop. He can't make the play. And everybody's going to be safe. So the Aviators going to have them loaded. So it looks like the air bug has bitten the A's here in the 4th.
Now back for the Aviators, number 4, Giovanni Garbella.
Bases are loaded now for Giovanni Garbella. One for 1 today with a walk. And Carroll with the pitch. Swung on, driven to left. Center fielder calling him off and makes the play. Townsend will tag and score, and that'll bring the score to 5-4. So 2 out here. Runners at first and second. This brings up Sutherland, your designated hitter. Was hit by a pitch the last time up and grounded to first base in the 1st. Steps in from the left side. And the pitch from Carroll. Taken for ball 1. Sutherland hitting .273. Driven in 6 on the season. Attempt to pick at second. Lambert's in there easily. Lambert always a threat to steal. Good speed. And the pitch. Fake throw to first base. Soberanis is back easily. One and one, 2 outs here in the 4th. And the pitch. Swung on. Brings the count to 1-2. Carroll's looking to make a pitch here. And makes it. Swung on. Off-speed pitch low. Sutherland strikes out for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Aviators get one back. Scores 5-4 A's.
ready?
All right, we're going back to the top of the fifth here in Haysville, Kansas. Aviators trail the A's from Dodge City 5-4. Torres goes out for his fifth inning of work. Totals on Torres. He has a 2.94 ERA and on 17 innings pitched this season. It's going to bring out Mousa. Swings and fouls the pitch down a third base line, 0-1. Mousa takes ball 2, 0-2. Mousa playing shortstop tonight. Scored a run in the third. It's 0-2. And the count is now 1-2. Steps in from the left side. And the pitch. Low for ball 2. Brings the count even to 2-2. And the 2-2 is popped up. Third baseman and shortstop giving chase. It looks like Townsend stumbled a little bit and lost track of the baseball. Called it initially. Was unable to make the catch. It looks like he just stumbled a bit and lost track of the ball. So Mousa has to go back, and we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Would have been a really great play for Townsend. That was kind of in no man's land there. I believe he got his spike hung up in his other shoe. He's trying to fix it now. Looks like he's got it rectified now, so we're back in action. Here's the 2-2. Driven foul down the right side. The count remains 2-2. Torres pitch count up to 72. Ground ball to the right side. Diving play by Lambert, going to his left, and was able to get up and throw him out. Great play by Lambert.
Now batting for the A's, number 23, Mason Perchelski.
That's one out in the inning. Here comes Perchelski. Steps in from the right side. 2 for 2 on the night, a double and a single. And he takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. I was talking earlier about Torres's ball to strike ratio. He has 73 total pitches. 51 strikes and 23 balls.
And just a reminder that all foul balls on the property of Haysville Aviators can be returned to the concession stand for a quarter thanks to the support of Haysville First Baptist Church.
So here's the 1-1. Off-speed pitch is foul straight back. And the 1-2. Swung on and fouled. Mouseth comes in hitting 300. Probably going to be a little better than that by now. And the 1-2. Low in the dirt, 2-2. Smoot goes out to talk to his pitcher. Make sure him and Torres are on the same page. Looks like he crossed him up on that last pitch. And the 2-2. Swung on and foul straight back. And the pitch. Wide for ball 3. And the pitch is popped up to the right side. Cameron Horton makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the A's, number 31, Niall Goings.
This brings up Goings. Struck out and popped up. And a pitch is popped up to the right side. Horton giving chase, and he's not going to be able to get there. Brings the count to 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Haysville, Kansas Aviators versus the Dodge City A's. A's up 5-4. First game of a 3-game set between these two teams. And the pitch. Takes high. Off-speed pitch is swung on for strike 2. Great off-speed pitch by Torres. All right. 1-2 is foul straight back. Count remains 1-2. 2 outs here in the 5th. Wind seems to have dropped significantly. That's good news for the pitchers. Here's the 1-2. Taken low for a ball. That brings the count to 2-2. Nobody on. And the pitch. Swung on for strike 3. So the Aviators get the A's up 1-2-3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. A's 5, Haysville 4. All right, welcome back to Haysville, Kansas. Going to the bottom of the fifth, Aviators versus the A's. A's lead 5-4. Aviators will have 4, 5, and 6 up. Gonna lead it off with Trent Boney. Trent 0 for 2 today. Takes the first pitch for a strike. And here's the 0-1. Low for ball one. That makes it even. So Carroll out for his 5th inning of work. Pitch count relatively low. That's pitch number 69. Ooh. And the pitch taken for strike 2 at the knees. One and 2. Nobody out here in the 5th. Leadoff man Trent Boney. Swung on and grounded through the hole on the left side for a base hit. That's just what the doctor ordered for Trent. Well squared up. So this brings up Horton, the first baseman. 1 for 2 on the night. Steps in from the left side. Bonnie gets set. Takes his lead at first. And Horton takes for ball 1 low. Will the Aviators try to manufacture one right here? Horton with a good lead. And the pitch is low. Gets away from the catcher, Padilla, but not far enough for Horton to advance. Still time to get out here to the ballpark if you're in the area. We're just in the bottom of the 5th. Horton with the lead and the pitch. Pitch is swung on, driven in the hole in right center. Horton's going to go to third. Or Boney's going to go to third. Two very solid base hits there. First and third for the Aviators, nobody out. Looks like some activity in the A's bullpen. Padilla out to talk to his pitcher. Try to give his bullpen time to get loose. Umpire out to break it up. Looks like number 20, Josh Ramirez, getting loose over in the A's bullpen. Here's Smoot. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. Smoot hitting .342 on the season. Has driven in 9. And he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Ryan 0 for 2 tonight. And the ball's in the dirt, and both runners are going to advance. Bonnie's going to score. So that's going to tie it up. Horton goes down to second on the wild pitch. Nobody out. Aviators have a runner at second. Could score easily on a base hit. Smoot ahead. 2-0. And the pitch. Good healthy cut. 2-1. And here's the 2-1. Swung on foul down the right side. So that brings the count to even, 2-2. Carroll checks Horton at second. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch, misses wide. 3-2 on Smoot. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Aviators tied it up. And a pitch, foul straight back. We'll try it again. 5 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors for Dodge City. 5 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors for the Aviators. Count is full. And a pitch. Smoot takes ball 4 low. Good at bat for Ryan Smoot there.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 15, Austin Townsend.
This brings up Austin Townsend. It looks like the Dodge City manager has seen enough. Looks like he's made the motion to the pen. And we'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment. Just a reminder, these same 2 teams will square off tomorrow night and Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Good chance to get out here and watch some baseball. So Carroll will leave the game with runners at first and second that are his responsibility.
For the A's, now on the mound from Washburn University, number 20, Josh Ramirez.
New pitcher for Dodge City's Josh Ramirez. 10 1/3 innings of work. He has a 6.10 ERA. He's given up 8 runs. Right-hander out of Washburn University. Seems like the Aviators have kind of snapped out of the funk that they were in the first 3 innings. They seemed a little bit flat, and they seem to have changed that a little bit. Ramirez has just finished his freshman year at Washburn. .6'2", 195. Kind of a 3/4 release point. Kind of a pronated delivery. Makes it a little difficult to pick that pitch up, especially this time of night at dusk. So the Aviators are going to have to focus in on this one. So Townsend's going to lead it off, hitting .216. Scored a run in the 4th. Still looking for his first hit tonight. First and second, nobody out. Townsend steps in from the left side. And the pitch. Swung on first pitch through the right side. And we're going to hold the runners at third, so that's going to load them up.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 12, Chad Kennedy.
That brings to the plate Chad Kennedy. Kennedy 1 for 2 and a run scored tonight. Struck out in the fourth. Bases are loaded with Aviators here in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch. Taken for a called strike on the outer half. And the 1-0. 1-1. Correction, 0-2. Guess he did call that first one a strike. Kennedy in the hole, 0-2. Score all tied at 5. And the pitch. Swung on. Driven in the gap to left center. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Coach is going to send Townsend, so that is a 3-run double for Kennedy. Kennedy went down and got that pitch, drove it to left center for a double.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 19, Neil Lambert.
Bottom third of the order for the Aviators have really produced tonight. This brings up Lambert, who is 1 for 1. Had a great appearance last at bat before drawing a walk. And the pitch. And he's bunting. Good bunt, fielded by the pitcher. And throws him out by an eyelash at first base, but Kennedy does advance. Very, very close at first base. Perfect bunt, fielded by the pitcher, Ramirez, to throw him out by an eyelash. So Lambert is retired.
Now batting for the
Kennedy moves up to third. So this brings us to the top of the order with Soberanos. Ramirez gets the sign, checks the runner, and delivers low for ball 1. Soberanos 1 for 3 tonight, hitting .289 on the season. And the pitch inside, almost hit him. 2-0. Kennedy at third. 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Aviators have gone ahead 8-5. And the pitch. Grounded to short. And they try to go home with it. And the out is made. So Kennedy is thrown out at home. Good play by the shortstop Mouseth to get to the ball, spin, and throw out Kennedy at home. So Soberanos is on with a fielder's choice. 2 outs here in the inning. This brings up Garbella. Pretty good play to get Kennedy at home on that. Shortstop had to go pretty far to his left to make the play. Ball was hit rather sharply. There's a conference at home plate. It appears that they're checking the catcher. Haysville trainer is out to check on him. Don't forget these same two teams tomorrow, 7 o'clock, and Sunday at 7 o'clock. Good free baseball. Good crowd on hand as it is Parents Weekend. It's good to see the stands filled. And my production crew says we have 26 people watching this broadcast. Appreciate all you folks for tuning in. Trainer appears to be done assessing the situation with the catcher. Looks like Padilla is going to remain in the game. Well, looks like they're going to replace Padilla. Looks like Jared McDonald's going to come in. He's a right-handed catcher out of Grand Canyon, 6'2", 180. Going to take over for Padilla. McDonald and Ramirez are talking on the mound, trying to get their sign straight, and we're going to be ready to go. Soberanos at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Haysville's gone ahead 8-5. And here's Garbella, hitting .419 on the year. Takes ball high. 1 for 1 tonight with a walk. And the pitch is outside for ball 2. Ramirez really needs to make some pitches here to get his team off the field and stop the bleeding here in the 5th. And a pitch. Swung on, driven down the left-hand side, foul. 2-1 on Garbella. And a check of the runner, Sobranos at first base. He's back easily. Always a threat to run. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't start him. And the 2-1's taken high for 3-1. Throw down to first, not in time. McDonald thought he could catch Soberano sleeping, but nothing doing. And the pitch. Foul straight back. Makes the count full on Garbella. Good speed between these two guys at first and at home here. And the throw to first. Didn't appear to be holding him. Good play by the first baseman, Minnick, to keep that from going down the line. And here's the 3-2. Foul straight back. Garbella stays alive. We'll reset it and try it again. Garbella steps in for the 3-2 pitch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch is inside, hit him. And that's going to put runners at first and second.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 13, Hunter Sutherland.
This brings up Sutherland, your designated hitter, hitting .273 on the season. Has driven in 12 hits on the season. Ramirez has got himself in a little jam here with runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the pitch is taken for a ball outside. Looks like he thought about ringing him up on that one, but ball it is. So here's the 1-0. Taken for a call strike right down the middle. 1-1 on Sutherland. Oh for 2 today with a strikeout. And the pitch. Ball too high. And the 2-1. Call strike 2. And we have deuces. Hunter's in a situation where he needs to protect the plate, get the ball in play somewhere, somehow. And the pitch. Swing and foul straight back. Right on it. We'll try it again. 2-2. Haysville now leading 8-5. Looks like there's some action in the A's bullpen. And the pitch. Taken for an off-speed pitch, ball high. So that makes the count full. Runners will be off with the pitch. Ramirez is hoping to make a pitch. We'll see how it turns out. Here it is. Swung on for strike 3, so the Aviators are going to leave a couple. But get 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Score now, 8-5 Aviators. All right, we're going to the 6th. In Haysville, Kansas, Aviators up 8-5 over the Dodge City A's. It looks like Torres is going to go out for his 6th inning of work. Pitch total looks pretty good. He's only at 87.
From Grand Canyon, Jared McDonald.
He's going to face McDonald, Minnick, and Schenkel, 8, 9, and 1 here in the 6th. This is McDonald's first plate appearance of the night. McDonald takes the first pitch in there for a strike. McDonald out of Grand Canyon State. Takes pitch number 2, off-speed pitch strike. Umpire looked a tad confused on what he was going to call on that one, but went on, followed through with a strike call, much to the chagrin of the Dodge City A's dugout. And the 0-2 is in the dirt. Ball 1. And the 1-2 to McDonald. Swung on, grounded to the second baseman, going to his left on the run. Throw to first in time. It's a good job by Soberano going to his left and gobbling up an in-between hop to get McDonald. So good job by Torres getting the first hitter. This brings up Minnick. 1 for 2, a run scored, home run. Minnick, the 9-hole hitter. Came into the day hitting .257. And the pitch. Foul straight back. Evens the count 1-1. One out here in the top of the 6th. 1-1 count to Minnick. And the pitch is swung on. Ball was up in his eyes. Challenged him a little bit. Torres came out on top on that one. So now he's ahead in the count, 1-2. And the 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outer half. Off speed pitch taken. Well, that's 2 outs in the evening, in the inning. Top of the order now, Blake Schenkel. Schenkel 1 for 3. Takes the first pitch as a ball. Flew out to left field and struck out. And a base hit in the second. And the 1-0. High for ball 2. And the 2-0. Low for ball 3. Schenkel comes in hitting .279. And he takes outside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. If you're going to give up a walk, that would be the time to do it. This brings up Dawkins. 1 for 3 on the night, a strikeout and a hit in the first inning. Dawkins playing second base tonight. And Torres steps off, chases Schenkel back. Dawkins hitting .414 on the night. And takes strike 1. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Aviators lead the A's 8-5. Schenkel with a good lead over there at first. And the pitch. Taken for a ball high. Brings the count even, 1-1. More action in the Aviator bullpen. And a pitch. Taken way high, 2-1. Denson Hull is getting loose. Big left-hander out of San Antonio in the Aviator bullpen. Here's a 2-1 to Dawkins. And it's in there and fouled off straight back. That brings the count to 2-2. 2 outs here in the 6th. Runner at first via a walk. And the 2-2 to Dawkins. Off-speed pitch driven to center field, and it falls in for a base hit. So the A's making a little noise here in the 6th. Runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting for the A's, number 6, Chase Calabwin.
Torres 1 pitch from getting out of it, and it looks like the Aviator skipper is going to go to the mound. Torres is 104 pitches. You got to wonder whether Gilbreth is going to go any further with him with runners at first and second. Umpire making his way out there to break it up. And it looks like he's going to stay with him. Kevin Torres must have convinced him he had a little bit left in the tank. This brings up Calabig. A couple of hits tonight. 2 runs scored. Steps in from the left side. And the pitch. Fastball in there for a call, strike 1. Always want to see that first strike after a mound visit. I'm told this is Torres' last hitter, so he'd like to get this guy out, finish strong. And that's ball 1 in the dirt. Good stop by Smoot to keep that in front of him, not going to the screen. Allow the runners to advance with 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Aviators up 8-5. And the 1-1. Good off-speed pitch taken low for strike. So Torres ahead in the count, 1-2. Wants to make a quality pitch right here and get his guys off the field. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, driven through the right side. And a run scores. And the throw to third not in time. And the hitter goes to second. So that's a base hit for Calabig. That's 3 on the night for him. And that's going to do it for Perez. He's going to finish tonight with 108 total pitches. Got a couple of guys on that are his responsibility. Could slide out of here with a win if he could get out of the inning. Out of Incarnate Word. left-hander. In 10 innings of work, he has an ERA of 5.10, striking out 12 and giving up 8 runs on 8 hits. 6 of those were earned. He is a strikeout pitcher, so Coach Gilbert hoping he can get him in here and get some key strikeouts right here. He's going to be facing Brian Pereira. Pereira's 0 for 3 on the evening. Comes in hitting .320 on the season in 29 plate appearances. And Hull is finishing up his warm-up tosses. Brings up Pereira. Aviators leading 8-6. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Smoot and Hull have a consultation about signs. Ready to go. And the first pitch is low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Smoot. Hull out of the stretch, behind an account 1-0. Pereira hitting from the left side. Surprised they didn't pinch hit for him, go to a right-hander. Must feel like he's due. Pitch is swung and it eats up the third baseman, Townsend. And 2 runs are going to score. So that's going to tie it up. So Pereira was due, ends up at second base on the throw to home that wasn't in time. This brings up Mouset. Over 3 on the night. Steps in from the right-hand side. And the pitch is low for ball 1. Aviator pitchers have started to struggle tonight. And the 1-0. In there for call strike 1. Brings the count even, 1-1. Two outs in the inning. Top of 6. Pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. A's have come through with 3 runs in the inning after 2 outs. They've scored 3 on 2 outs. Something that'll make you crazy as a coach. All hoping to make a pitch. 1-2. Pitch is swung on, fouled back. Good velocity on that fastball. Mouth was able just to get a little bit of contact on that pitch. Fight it off. All right, we're going to do the 1-2 again. And a swing on a great off-speed pitch, low. Throw to first to make sure, and we're out of the inning. So Mouseloff strikes out, but the A's get 3, so that's all tied up, 8-8.
Are you ready?
All right, we're back. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th here in Haysville. Scores all tied up. Dodge City A's 6, Haysville Aviators 6. New pitcher on the mound for Dodge City, Andrew Stahl. 6 innings of work this year, and he has an ERA of 3. Tall, lanky right-hander. Out of Chabot Junior College. He's a freshman. And the first pitch is high and in for a ball. Leading off for the Aviators would be Bonnie, playing right field tonight. One for 2. Takes the next pitch in there low for a ball. Hitting .354 on the season. Ball low. 3-0 on Bonnie. This is just what the Aviators need, is a leadoff walk to get the momentum back. And it's taken for a call, strike 1. 3-1 on Bonnie. And the 3-1's in there for a call strike. Bonnie out of Sugar Land, Texas. And the pitch. Swung on, driven to left. And it's up against the wall. Left fielder can't get it, and Bonnie's going to cruise in for a stand-up double. Leadoff double for Bonnie. Just what the doctor ordered. So the Aviators have the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. This brings up Cameron Horton. Singled and scored in his last at bat. Playing first base tonight. So Stahl finds himself in a jam out of the stretch. First pitch to Horton is a strike. Kind of have a very abbreviated delivery out of the stretch. Not much extension, but still big enough and strong enough to have good velocity. Very quick to home plate. Counts now even 1-1 on Horton. Left-handed hitter, hitting .231. He's driven in 6 on the season. And the 1-1. High for ball 2. Stahl winds and then fakes the throw to second. Bonnie back easily without a throw. And a 2-1. Foul down the right side. It's going to get out of play. It's going to bring the count to even, 2-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Haysville and Dodge City tied at 8. And a 2-2's taken high. That makes a full count. Back-to-back hitters. He's gone to full. Not something Stahl wanted to do. And the pitch. Low for ball 4. So Horton draws a walk. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out.
Now then, for the Aviators, number 8, Ryan Smoot.
This brings up Ryan Smoot. Over 2 on the night with a walk. Consultation on the mound between the infielders and the catcher. Trying to make sure they have the sign straight with the runner on second. Aviators have an opportunity to get back on top. Nobody out here in the 6th. Runners at first and second. Stahl finds himself in a jam. And a pitch taken high for ball 1. Doesn't look like he's finishing too well. Seems to be very abbreviated. Smoot out of Virginia. And the pitch. Low for ball 2. McDonald keeps in front of him. Runners aren't able to advance. Be a good time to get that first base hit of the evening for Smoot. Here's a 2-0. Swung on. Foul down the right side. 2-1. Bonnie at second, Horton at first. First baseman playing behind Horton. And the pitch. Squares to bunt. Down the third baseline, fielded by the third baseman. Up with it to first in time. Great placement of the bunt for a smoot.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 50, Austin Townsend.
So the runners move up. 2 runners in scoring position right now for Townsend. Townsend scored a couple of runs tonight. Playing third base tonight. Hitting .216 on the season. It's 1 for 3. And he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Townsend had a single last time. Steps in from the left side. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball low. Andrew Stahl has had a heck of a time getting ahead in the count tonight. And the pitch. Foul straight back. Brings the count to 2-1. 1 out here in the 6th. Aviators have runners at second and third. Good chance to take the lead. And the pitch. Pitch is popped up. First baseman calling for it and makes the catch. So Townsend pops up.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 12, Chad Kennedy.
It looks like they're going to pinch hit for Kennedy. Let's see who it's going to be. Kennedy was getting some treatment on his left hand. Not sure the extent of the injury. It appears the decision has just been made.
For the Aviators, from Sam Houston State University, number 23, Evian Benjamin.
It looks like it's going to be Evian Benjamin. Benjamin hitting .311 on the evening out of Sam Houston State. 14 hits on the season and 7 driven in. Stands in from the right side. 2 outs in the inning. And Benjamin takes the first pitch for a ball. And here's a 1-0. Breaking pitch taken for a called first strike. Not sure too many people on the Aviator side can believe it. Nonetheless, we have a 1-1 count here with 2 outs in the 6th. And Benjamin takes ball 2 in the dirt. 2-1. Sure, Evian's looking for something to drive here with a 2-1 count. Chance to drive in 2. Get the Aviators back on top. And the pitch. Swung through. Right on it, just missed it. Brings the count to 2-2. 2 outs in the 6th. Runners at second and third. And a 2-2. And a hit to right center. That's going to score 2. And the throw is cut off, and Benjamin has a 2-out single that scores 2. Good 2-strike hitting for Benjamin. Went down and got it, drove it to the right side.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 19, Neil Lambert.
This brings up the second baseman, Neil Lambert. So the Aviators go ahead 10-8 here in the bottom of the 6th. Lambert scored a run in the 3rd. And the pitch to him is taken for a ball high. Lambert hitting .235 on the season. 1 for 1 tonight with a walk. And that's ball 2. High. Lambert can afford to sit back and look for something right here. Stahl finds himself behind in the count again. And the pitch is taken for a call strike on the inner half. Brings the count now to 2-1. 2 outs, runner in first. That would be Benjamin, who pinch hit for Kennedy. And a 2-1. Ball 3 outside, high and away. And here's a 3-1. Taken for strike 2. So Benjamin will be off with the pitch. Count full on Lambert. 9-hole hitter playing second base tonight. And the pitch. And that's a call third strike. Lambert thought he held up. Looked like he checked his swing from here. Coach is going to discuss it with the home plate umpire, but that was a quick discussion. And we're going to the 7th here. Perchelski will lead it off for the A's. Game is now 2 hours and 30 minutes old, moving at the speed of government. And the pitch. Wide for a ball. Chesky 2 for 3. Takes low for ball 2. Devin Hull is out there again for his second inning of duty. And the pitch. In there for a called strike. Brings the count to 2-1. And a 2-1 is in there again for strike 2. Good job of spotting up by Hull. Good command. And the 2-2. Swung and strike 3. So Percheski goes down with a strikeout. Hull gets the leadoff man. 1 out here in the 7th.
Now batting for the A's, number 31, Niall Goings.
This brings up Niall Going, the right fielder. 0 for 3 on the night, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And he takes the first pitch high. Hull a quick worker on the mound. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. Here's the 1-1 to Going. Swung on. 1-2. Good healthy cut by Going. Now he's behind 1-2. Can we make a pitch? Pitch is high. Brings the count to even 2-2. And the 2-2. Swung on, popped up. Horton is under it and unable to make the catch. So that'll be an E3. 1 out. Going reaches base on an error. Brings up the 8-hole hitter, the catcher, McDonald. Came in the 6th.
Now batting for the A's, number 17, Jared McDonald.
0 for 1. Going takes the lead at first. And the pitch. McDonald swings through it for strike 1. Good pop on that pitch. Oh, 1 on McDonald. Check of the runner at first. And the pitch. Swung on, strike 2. So Hull's way ahead here, 0-2 on McDonald. And the 0-2 is up and away. Ball 1. Hoping McDonald would chase. Nothing doing. Hull wanting to make a quality pitch. Maybe get a ground ball, double play ball here. Curveball's low. Brings the count even, 2-2. Okay, Hull is ready. And the 2-2. Taken for strike 3. Throw down to first. Not in time. So that'll be out number 2 on the strikeout of McDonald. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Brett Minnick.
For the A's, number 24, Brett Minnick.
Minnick 1 for 3. Home run, a fly out, and a strikeout. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. check of the runner at first, and here's the pitch. In there for strike one, fastball. Good pop. I think maybe he have crossed up Smoot on that one, so they go out to talk about it. Hull has a lot of action on his pitches. Here's the 0-1. Step and throw to first. Trying to catch Goings leaning, nothing doing. Here's your 0-1. Ball high, counts even, 1-1. Two outs here in the seventh. And the throw to first. Goings back easily. Goings is on because of an error. Dropped fly ball at first. The usual short-handed Horton. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. Hull would like to get out of it right here. Stop any momentum that Dodge City may be trying to build. And the throw to first. Goings back easily. And here's your 1-2. And Minnick swings through it, and that's out number 3. A's get a runner on, but that's as far as it goes. After 6.5, A's 8, Haysville 10.
Are you ready?
All right, we're back. We're going to the bottom of the 7th.
Starting off the inning for the Aviators.
A's have a new pitcher on the mound, Daniel Rushing.
Soberanes.
Almost 9 innings of work this year, 4.15 ERA. Giving up 7 runs out of Bossier Community College. Top of the order for the Aviators here in the bottom of the 7th. Soberanes, shortstop. And the first pitch is fouled back. Strike 1. Jonathan 1 for 4 tonight and a run scored. And a pitch. Off-speed pitch. Falls in right field for a base hit. So a leadoff base hit for Soberanis. Good start for the Aviators.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 4, Giovanni Garbella.
This brings up Garbella. Two for 3 with a hit by pitch. And a pitch. Taken for a strike 1. And the 0-1. Low for a ball. Count even 1-1. Throw to first. Soberanos back head first easily. Garbella hitting .419. Ball is grounded to second. And not in time at first. Ball was just hit too softly. So Soberanos is forced at first. Or at second, excuse me. Giovanni safe at first with a fielder's choice. This is going to bring up Sutherland, designated hitter. And a swing at the first pitch and a miss. Strike 1. One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Sutherland now hitting .273. Still looking for his first hit today. And he takes high for a ball. Count now even, 1-1. And the pitch. Pitch is popped up to left field. Left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. Garbella retreats to first base.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 2, Trent Bonney.
This brings up Bonney, your right fielder. Couple of runs scored. Couple of hits on the night. And Garbella's off with a pitch, and he's in there easily. Good jump by Giovanni to steal that base. Couple of steps there on rushing before he could go home with it. So the Aviators have a runner in scoring position due to the stolen base by Giovanni Garbella. Chance to add to that lead. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Rushing out of the stretch and the pitch. Swung on, broken bat to second baseman, over to first in time. So that's going to do it. So at the end of 7, it's still 10-8 Aviators.
As we go to the top of the 8th.
All right, we're back. 8th inning here in Haysville, Kansas.
Starting off,
Haysville leads the Dodge City A's 10-8.
Blake Schinkel.
Top of the order for the A's. Blake Schinkel's going to lead it off. Playing left field tonight. Blake 1 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. Dennison Hull is back out for 3rd inning of work. Takes low for a ball. And a 1-0. Taken for strike 1. Looks like about at the knees. Brings the count even, 1-1. And a pitch. Taken for strike 2. So Hull's ahead in the count, 2-1. Looking for a quality pitch right here. And here's your 2-1. Low in the dirt. Evens it up 2-2. Aviators need to keep the pedal on them. I want to let up the last 2 innings. And a 2-2. Taken for strike 3 at the knees. So that's a leadoff strikeout for the Aviators. Schinkel goes down looking.
Now batting for the A's.
1 out here in the 8th.
Dawkins.
This brings up Dawkins. Dawkins playing second base tonight. A run scored in the 6th. Strikeout in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Hull. Taken high for ball 1. Dawkins 1 for 4 on the night. Two and 0 high. 1 out here in the 8th. Aviators lead Dodge City 10-8. And a 2-0. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Healthy cut by Dawkins. And a 2-1. Swung on, foul straight back. Ball looked high. Raised his eye level a little bit. Tough to lay off. So here's your 2-2. Fouled off to the right. Dawkins stays alive. Looking for a quality pitch on the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So Hull gets the first 2 batters. Challenged him with a fastball and threw it by him. This brings up Callagwick. Aviators have yet to retire Callagwick. 3 for 3. Steps in from the left side. And a pitch. Swung on. Fouled off. Strike 1. Hull has been ahead of every hitter this inning. Curveball in there. Count now 0-2 on Callagwick. Looking for an opportunity to retire him for the first time tonight. Pitch is grounded to first base. Picked up by Horton. Stepped on the bag for out number 3. Quick inning for the Aviators. Still 10-8 Aviators.
Are you ready?
And we go to the bottom of the 8th. A's are going to continue with rushing.
Starting off for the Aviators, number 7, Cameron Horton.
Cameron Horton's going to lead it off for the Aviators. He's going to step in from the left side, hitting .231 on the season. 2 for 3 tonight. Good night at the plate. Here's rushing. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Rushing kind of sports the Randy Johnson look. Hard throwing reliever. And a pitch. Fastball driven to center field. It's going to drop. So Horton has his 3rd hit of the game. And the Aviators have something going here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Ryan Smoot, our catcher. McDonald going out to talk to rushing. No action yet in the A's bullpen. Smoot 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Steps in from the right side. Horton a good lead. And the pitch. Pitch is lined down the third base line. Fair. And Horton's going to make it to third, and Smoot's going to end up in second. So a no-out double by Ryan Smoot.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 15, Austin Townsend.
So the Aviators have something cooking here in the bottom of the 8th, trying to pad that 10-8 lead. The runners at second and third with nobody out. Here's Townsend going to step in from the left side. Townsend hitting .216 on the season. 1 for 4 tonight. And the pitch is low. Great block by McDonald. That was one of them 59 footers. Kept the ball in front. No advance by runners. Second and third, nobody out. Aviators threatening here in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch. Taking at the knees for a strike. Count even 1-1. 10 runs, 14 hits, 5 errors for the Aviators. That'll make Coach Gilbreth sweat a little. And that's in there, curveball for a strike. So 1-2 on Townsend. Eight runs, 12 hits, 3 errors for the A's. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch outside, taken for a ball. Counts now even 2-2. The Aviators hang on. That'll be 3 wins in a row. 2 over Derby. Yesterday's game rained out. Fastball misses on the outside half. 3-2 now. Townsend looking for something he can dump. Get these 2 runs in. At least a sac fly. And the pitch. Swung on, looks to appear fouled off his foot. And we're going to reset it, full count. your 3-2 again. Wide. Ball 4. So the Aviators have them loaded.
Now at bat for the Aviators, number 23, Evian Benjamin.
This brings up the center fielder, Evian Benjamin. This is his second at bat. He singled last at bat in the 7th. Excuse me, in the 6th. Benjamin has driven in 7 runs this year, looking to add to that now. And lined, great leaping catch by the shortstop, Mouseth, for 2 outs. That ball was hit right on the nose. Can't hit it any better than that, Evian.
For the Aviators, number 19, Neil Lambert.
Well, that's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Neil Lambert. The second baseman tonight steps in from the left side. Neil scored a run in the 3rd and a base hit in the 4th. That brings his average to 235. Takes the first pitch for a ball. He's driven in 6 runs on the season. 1 out here in the 8th. And the pitch. In there for a called strike. Counts now even, 1-1. Daniel Rushing trying to get out of it. And he kicks and delivers off-speed pitch is low. Swung on by Lambert. So that makes the count 1-2. Good contact hitter up Lambert is. And he battles that one out of play. One and 2, 1 out, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th in Haysville, Kansas. Aviators on top of the A's, 8-10. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and Lambert strikes out for 2 out for the second out of the inning. Top of the order now for Sobranos.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 5, Jonathan Soberanes.
Sobranos hitting 289 at the moment. He's driven in 4, and I'm sure he'd like to add to that. Rushing trying to get out of it without any runs. This would be one of the all-time escape acts if he could do it. First pitch is in there for a strike, off-speed pitch. 0-1. And the pitch. Swung on, up the middle. Base hit. Sobranos. That's going to score 2. Throw home is long. And runners at second and first and second. So Horton and Smoot score.
Now batting for the
Townsend stops at second.
number 4,
Sobrano on with a base hit. This brings up Garbella. Hitting .419. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Playing left field. Comes up with 2 outs in the 8th. Runners at first and second. And the pitch. Low, taken for a ball. Aviators now lead 12-8. Give them a little cushion for the 9th inning. And the pitch. Swung on. Foul down the right-hand side. One and one on Giovanni. 2 outs here in the 8th. Rushing with a 1-1. Off-speed pitch called. Strike 2. Garbella, 1-2. Rushing trying to get out of it. And the pitch. Swung on, foul straight back. Game now 3 hours old. Bottom of the 8th, Haysville, Kansas. And the pitch. In the dirt. For ball 2. McDonald did a great job of blocking that one. Two out, 2-2 count. Giovanni Garbella out of Valparaiso. And a pitch is foul straight back. Good at bat for Garbella. Rushing continues to challenge him with fastballs. One pitch away from getting out of it. Here's a 2-2. Swung and foul straight back. .34th pitch for Rushing. 25 strikes and 9 balls. Guys around the plate almost all the time. Seems to have had good control and command. And the 2-2. Foul straight back again. Kids must be making a killing bringing those foul balls back. Foul ball's worth 25 cents here at Vulcan Field. Compliments of the First Baptist Church. Game has slowed to a crawl. And a 2-2 again. Fastball swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. But not before the Aviators get a couple of runs, so that makes the score, after 8 innings, Haysville 12, Dodge City 8. All right, we're back. Top of the ninth, Haysville, Kansas. Dodge City A's are down to their last 3 outs, trailing 12-8. Aviators going to stick with Denson Hull. He's 35 pitches into his appearance, 27 strikes, 12 balls, so he's had great command and control. Dodge City's going to lead off with Perella, the designated hitter. And the pitch is taken low for a ball. Perella still looking for his first hit of the evening. And the wind from Hull in there for a called strike. Good location on that fastball by Hull. And the 1-1. Swung on and fouled straight back. Count now 1-2. Very important hole, keeps the leadoff man off. And the pitch. Soft liner to the third baseman. Townsend makes the play. 1 up, 1 down for the Aviators here. This brings up Mossett. Playing shortstop tonight, scored a run in the third. Also still looking for his first hit of the game. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. Hull taking a little time on the mound. And we're ready for the 1-0. Pitch is swung on, grounded to the second baseman. Over to first, in time for out number 2. Lambert very sure-handed at second base.
Number 23, Mason Perchelski.
So the A's are down to their last out. Here's Perchelski. Two for 4 tonight. And the count's now even 1-1. Two outs, top of the ninth. Swung on 1-2. So the A's down to their final strike. Hull hoping to finish them off right here. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Haysville's going to end up victorious. 8-12 over the Dodge City A's. Take game 1 of the series. Dodge City, 8 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors.
Thank you, fans, for coming out.
Haysville, 12 runs, 14 hits, 3 errors.
Game 2 of the 3 games.
Same 2 teams will square off tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Right here.
Hope to see you out there.
Don't forget, if you
Good night, everybody.